Good afternoon, everybody. It's Sherry, your Beachbody coach, and it's Tuesday, Tasty Tuesday, and I am, as you know, cooking for you guys and showing you one of my new recipes that I haven't actually had the privilege of trying yet, but I'm really super excited about this recipe. Because of the versatility with it. You can do this with meat. You can do it as a vegetarian. You can also do it vegan. So it's called I have it down as the ground turkey, sweet potato, zucchini skillet. I know that's a lot of words all at once. There's a few things I've changed. Now the recipe that I found, it actually called for ground beef. I found with my journey that ground beef does not sit well with me, so I usually substitute it for ground chicken or turkey, which is what I'm doing right now, as you can see. There we go. So this recipe, there's a few things about it that I like, and one is, like I said, it can be either vegetarian, it can be vegan. The reason why I say vegan is that you put cheese on the top at the end. So if you don't want that, you don't have to have that. So I'm doing it as a meat one, but like I said, you feel free to substitute it the best way that you can. So I'm cooking up this right now. And then what you're going to do is, the recipe calls for is you're going to put the broth in after you've cooked up the meat, and you're going to kind of let it boil with the sweet potato. Now, I decided, because that would take quite a while, probably a good 6 to 10 minutes, and what I like to do is I like to try to show you guys better, quicker ways so you can eat healthy and it still doesn't take an hour or so in the kitchen. Because if you just got off work, the last thing in the world you want to do is spend a lot of time cooking, and you just want to relax, right? After your workout, but you still want to relax. So what I've done is I have changed it. Instead of it just going straight from being a raw sweet potato, I have already steamed it in my steamer for about 3 minutes, and I'm not going to steam it all the way because I want it to have a little bit of like a partial cook, so that way it can finish and infuse into the pan. So that's what I'm doing. So here is the ground chicken, which is done. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some garlic in here. Now, if you know me, if this hasn't been your first time watching me, I never measure. I always do it the way I know how my family likes it. So we love garlic. You think it would? So I'm going to add the garlic, give it some flavor. Also, it calls for some Dijon mustard, which that's new. I have never tried that before. And it also calls for some oregano. So I have a dish, or I shouldn't say that. I got a Italian seasoning type of container from Epicure, and so I pretty much use that all the time for my meals. So it's a bit of a mix of different, so it's not just one spice. So the chicken's pretty much done. Talk about cool for that, hey? All right, and so then what I'm going to do is it wants me to, add so after the meat's done, you're going to want to set it aside. So I'm going to get a bowl. I should have one already. I'm going to have to work on my movie making skills here and learn how to opt out for the blank screening that you guys get. So here's the meat. Put that aside. So then you're going to get your olive oil, and you're going to cook up the onions and peppers. And then, there we go. So put that pan back on. So that is the ground chicken, which I'm just going to leave right there, because you're going to throw it back into the pot. I don't have it calls for a cast iron skillet. My youngest daughter, she loves her cast iron. I have never had one. I probably should invest. There's a few things I want to invest in, and I think that's going to be one of them. But yes, so that's it. So here's the, just turn this down a tiny bit. So you're going to put the oil in there. You're going to add the peppers. And you're going to add the onions. I'm going to cook that for about 3 to 4 minutes till it's getting a little bit brown. Till they're tender, which is what you want. So that's going to be for about 3 or 4 minutes. Then you're going to add the sweet potato. And what you're going to do is you're going to add the broth, and then that'll kind of give it a bit of a steam when you cover it up. And you're going to do that. Now it says, the recipe says 3 to 4 minutes or 5 to 6 minutes, but because I've already kind of partially steamed it, it shouldn't take any time at all for it to come in effect. So these are getting nice and golden. Let me show you. There you go. They smell wonderful. Oh, that's my microwave there. So the zucchini, so here's my steamer. There's my potatoes are in there. So like I said, this is really quick. You could actually have this prepared, a lot of the chopping and preparing done the night before. So then it's just a matter of throwing it all together. That's another quick step. This is also a very, very good recipe for meal prepping. Now it does call for, there we go. There we go. So that's ready. So you're going to add the sweet potato and the broth. There we go. And like I said, so I've already partially cooked the sweet potato, so this wouldn't take much time at all. And then I'm going to put the chicken broth in there, and then it says to cover it. So this is a good time while it's cooking that I would prepare the rice. So it says you could do it with 3 cups of rice. Or you could do, I usually use quinoa, so here is a 1/4 cup of chicken broth. And of course, I am going to, there we go. So pretty much what you're going to do is you're going to end up doing a reduction of the sauce, and by then your potatoes should be good. You can see the color, beautiful. And I think once you add the zucchini, okay, so we're going to put a lid, it says on there, just to help the sweet potato cook quicker. I'm going to cover that up. There we go. Oops. There, that's good. So that's going to be cooking. So then what you're going to do, oh here, let me move my thing up there. There we go. Okay, so while that's doing that, and it's good, then you're going to add, once this is done, you're going to add the zucchini. And the zucchini only takes about 1 to 3 minutes for it to cook because it's a lot easier. Then you're going to add the ground beef. You're going to mix it all together. Then you add the Dijon. I would add a little bit more garlic just because that's me. And you're going to add, now it says to add crushed red pepper and some oregano. I'm going to opt out for the crushed red pepper just because I know my husband would be like, you know, that's too spicy. So whatever you want to do that works for you guys. Like, I don't know about you, but I always find that I like to, the best part about finding recipes is that you can substitute what you need to do for your family that works best for you. I don't really go by by stone. So there's most of the broth is gone, and the potatoes are good. So I'm going to throw in the zucchini. So I didn't take any time. So I would definitely do that. I would definitely steam. So while you're chopping your onions and peppers, throw this sweet potato in the steamer and give them a partial I don't know if people call that multitasking or what, but I find, to watch water boil would take forever. So this way you don't have to. There we go. Well, this really does look good. I'm going to show you in a sec here. All right, so there we go. So that's what it looks like there. It smells wonderful. So this, then again, I'm going to cover it up just to get some steam going and help cook up the zucchini. What I like about this recipe is that you're using sweet potatoes, so you kind of got a little bit of sweet and a little bit of spicy, which is kind of nice. There we go. And I'm just going to cover that up. So while that's doing, I will definitely be doing, have the rice or the quinoa going. But honestly, you don't even really have to have a carb with it if you don't want. If you just want this as the meal, then, I mean, by all means, go for it, right? So I'm just going to get the oregano. I was actually wrong. It's not called Italian. It's actually called pasta. So, there we go. Turn it there. There, pasta. So there's that. I'm just going to give this another quick little stir. There we go. Looks really good. It smells wonderful. Nice fall colors, orange and green and red. And the sweet potatoes are perfect. They're getting just exactly the way they're supposed to. So then what you're going to do is you're going to add the meat. And like I said, if you wanted to opt out of having a meat, then you don't have to add the meat. Oh, there we go. So there it is there. Let me show you. There we go. So you're going to give that a good stir. There. And I think the nice thing about skillets, like the cast iron, is all those seasonings and that are infused into the pan, would complement that for sure. So I'm going to add alright. So that's it there. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. So does that not look awesome? I think so. Real nice. And this, like I said, would be a perfect meal prep. You could have this, put them in your containers, and it's all the things that you need. So put a little seasoning. So I've got my pasta. And there we go. And Dijon mustard. 1 teaspoon of Dijon. There. And like I said, I'm going to add a little bit more garlic. There we go. Give that another toss. And then the only thing left is the tomato sauce or the tomato paste if you wanted to add that. So there we go. And turn that down. So then after that, add some salt and pepper. And let that go for about another minute or two. And it calls for, oh, there we go. Sorry about that. All right, so the tomato paste is about 1/3 of a cup. That's about 1/3 of the cup. You're going to give this a little toss. Oh, this looks really good. And then at the very end, once this has been simmered a bit for a minute or two, then you're going to sprinkle it with some cheese on top. And then that's your recipe. All right, there we go. That's it there. There we go. You see that there? So I'm just going to get this. And then it says to go ahead and toss it. So you could add cheese to it, put it in the oven because you're going to have your skillet, right? Put it in the oven to broil, get the cheese going, and then there you go. So this is the ground turkey, sweet potato, and zucchini skillet. I'm just going to plate it here for you. You can alternate it to the with the pasta sauce if you'd rather to. It's totally up to you. You could add mushrooms to this. You could do a lot with it. There. I'm just gonna get my. And then just do a little bit of cheese. And there you go. Voila. So that is your ground turkey, sweet potato, zucchini. Here we go. I'm gonna put it there. There we go. Your, sweet potato, zucchini, ground turkey skillet. So I hope you enjoyed this cooking video, and I just want to look at my mess. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next week. I have another one coming up, so I'm kind of doing this whole skillet thing. And yeah, so please feel free to comment below and let me know if you liked it, if you thought it was pretty tasty, or what's going on, and go from there. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I look forward to you. And thank you so much for supporting my blog, www.cupcakestokale.ca, sorry. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you so much.